Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about the Misfits II collection from Mooncat. Now if you weren't around in I think 2023, this is when Mooncat released the first Misfits nail polish collection. And it was just 4 polishes that were like prototypes or rejected from other collections that they had done. And they were really cute. And now we have the Misfits II collection with 4 more polishes, kind of in that vein. Now I'm going to go through and show you all 4 of them. And one of them, I think Mooncat themselves kind of said, or maybe I just read it in a thread, I don't remember. But this one, which is called Sugar and Spice Topper, this one was rejected from the Powerpuff Girls collection. So that's kind of cool. And this is just like a neat topper. It's got big flakies with lots of iridescentness. There's kind of like a pink and a green and a blue, kind of a flash in there. The next one is the Firebird. This one is kind of a really dark looking polish and it has some glitter in it, which maybe has a red, orange, green kind of a shift going on. It's really pretty, and it may also be a thermal. One of these is a thermal. I don't remember which one it was, but I think it was the Firebird. This next one is called Atomica. It's another pearly polish, kind of like Pearl Clutcher, but this one is more of a green, but like a really neutrally sage kind of a green. I think it's going to be really pretty. I personally have a lot of affection for pearl polishes. They're some of my favorite ones, so I'm excited for that one. And then we have Nightbreak. This one is kind of a mauve-y. It's like a neutrally purple pink. It's really not like a standout kind of a color, but I think it also has that pearl finish from looking at it, so I think it's going to be pretty cute. Okay, first let's swatch the Firebird. This is a really pretty color. I love that dark black. Looks like little embers in it. Okay, and this Firebird is definitely the thermal. You can see it had a real nice purple as its warm color, and this black must be its cold color. This one is called Nightbreak. Wow, so much glitter in that. Super pretty. I think all of these are going to take just 2 coats. Just super nice. Yeah, look at the way that flashes. It's got a little bit of that neutrally purple, but then there's something like a really nice neutral sandy sort of color. Then we have Atomica. This is that same formula, super, super, super loaded with glitter. And you can see it's really neutral, but it has a hint of green in it. And it's the same kind of flash we're getting in this one. It has a nice green, but then it just shifts to that cool sandy color. I love these two together. I just want to show you again. Wow, it's really funny because this is showing up so brightly for me in my studio lighting, but I feel like you can't see it on the camera, is how different the purple is from the black. They look almost indistinguishable on camera, but in real life, that is like a really, not a bright purple, but it's definitely a much, much, much lighter purple. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put the Sugar and Spice topper on here so you can see that. I always think these toppers look better on dark colors. That is really pretty. There's a lot of the blue and green flash. I get less purple. So those are the polishes from Mooncat's Misfits II collection. Overall, I have to say my top two favorites were these two kind of pearly ones. I loved Atomica and I loved Nightbreak. And I love how well they go together. It's really fun that they both have kind of that neutralish flash to them, which I feel like brings them together in a way that makes them match a little bit better. So they're just really cute to use together. I don't know. I just think they're adorable. And part of what I love about Mooncat's kind of pearly polishes is that they don't emphasize brush strokes as much as some other brands' pearly polishes. I'm not great at getting like a super smooth finish, so with some other brands you can always see the brush strokes. But for me, this one, like, they're almost not there. And that's not due to my skill. I think it's really down to Mooncat's formula, which is really awesome. My next favorite was this one, the Firebird. I'm really disappointed, honestly, that the color is not showing up well on camera because it is really cool the way that it transitions from the purple to the black. And even the purple and the way that it has the like orange sparkles in it is also really unique. I really love it. I'm trying to think how best to describe that purple because it's not like a bright purple. It almost is, it's a purple with like a little more red in it than blue, like a really kind of warmer purple, and leaning more towards the side of like, I don't even know what to call it. The words that come into my head are like dull, but it's not dull, it's just not bright. I'm not sure how else to say it, but it's definitely leaning more towards that side than it is towards like a bright purple to my eye. And then last we have this topper, the Sugar and Spice topper. Now, honestly, it's a good topper. Like, it looks really nice against the dark colors. It shows up well. There's lots and lots and lots of glitter in there, so it wasn't really hard to get a lot of glitter on the nail. I just think it's sort of redoing what has already been done many times by many companies. And maybe that's a bit of an unfair criticism in the nail polish space because everything has been done pretty much. But this is just so ubiquitous. Like Holo Taco already has their entire like unicorn skin line. And this is just basically that again. And it's a lot like Foxfire. Like, it might have a little bit different of a flash to it, but it's still really similar. For me, probably not similar or not different enough to justify buying a whole different topper. Nice to have in the catalog, but I don't think it's really necessary for the vast majority of people who already own something like this. So those are my thoughts on Mooncat's new Misfits II collection. Let me know what you think about this collection. Frankly, I think Mooncat is kind of overdue for an actual new collection. I feel like we've had their last one was a collab maybe, or no, the last thing that came out was they released some rewards exclusive polishes, which were cool, but wasn't really like a color story collection. And then they released this one, the Misfits II. So I'm ready for like a real collection. Let me know down in the comments what you think because I would love to hear from you. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day.